Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to test a bunch of stud finders to see who performs best. I'll test Amazon's bestseller, a couple brands from the big box store, and even a standard magnet. I'll show you how well each one finds the studs and how well they detect live electrical wires. I purchased all these detectors with my own money. Let's jump right into it. First up is the Ryobi ESF5002, which retails for $50 and is a licensed product made by Franklin. You can see it indicates the edge of the stud with the first lights as the detector moves over the stud. Once it gets to the center, it lights up green. This detector features a push rod button in the center. You push it hard enough to make a dent in the drywall. Moving back the other way, the first lights light up to indicate the edge of the stud. Next is the TH510, which is Amazon's bestseller. Comes in different colors, but they are basically all the same. It retails for $39 and indicates the edges clearly with a small arrow and a line on the side. When it finds the center, the big arrow fills the screen. Alright, next is the Craftsman detector. This one has a small yellow light to indicate the edge of the stud. Center is marked by a red light in the middle, and a hole in the center makes for easy marking. The yellow light will move to the other side to show the other edge. You may notice on the drywall a few extra marks on the wall without labels. This is because each detector is checked several times to ensure accuracy. Okay, you may have seen this detector before. It's the Franklin 710 Pro. It's been heavily marketed on social media. Retails for $63. The three lights move along the detector to indicate the entire stud. For larger studs, more lights will be on, which is a helpful perk of this particular detector. Marking the center and edges is a little difficult due to the gaps in the lights, but moving it back and forth helps. Okay, this is basically a magnet. It's called a stud pop. When it finds a screw, the red piece stands up. As you can see, if there are no screws where you're looking to mount, it won't help. When it finds a screw, it's usually the center of a stud. However, if the screw is a miss, and it was enough to sink the screw, you may end up drilling next to a stud. Next is the Zircon M1. It has a backlit screen, retails for $38, indicates the stud edges with a small line and arrow on the screen. For the center, it lights up red and projects a red arrow on the drywall. This makes it easy to read and very easy to mark. Okay, that's all the detectors. Let's see how they did. The laser indicates the exact center of the stud. As you can see, all the detectors did a fairly good job of finding center. I'll quickly throw in some screws where the detectors indicated the stud's edges are. Inside the wall, you can see the Craftsman missed the mark the worst. The TH510 also missed a little bit, and the other detectors were so close they hit the edges or were in the stud. On the other side, the laser marks the edges. Most were just inside the edge or close to it. Here are the rankings based on accurately finding the edges in the exact center. Next, I will test how the detectors warn of a live wire and how accurately they indicate its location. The Ryobi doesn't warn of an electrical hazard. Instead, it accurately marks the wire the exact same way it does a stud. The TH510 from Amazon warns early using an AC symbol of the hazard. It warns closer on the other side, but it does not indicate the exact location, so you have to know it's somewhere in the warning zone. The Craftsman warns the earliest. It also accurately locates the wire with an extra light to indicate it's not a stud. Here you can see the red light come on center along with the AC warning lights still on. So we'll mark that one off. And the Franklin is next. It doesn't indicate an electrical hazard at all, but it also accurately marks the wire the same as a stud, just like the Ryobi, which should come as no surprise since they are both made by Franklin. Okay, we'll mark down the Franklin, and the next is the Zircon M1. This one warns of a hazard the second earliest, next to the Craftsman, but it also doesn't indicate an exact location. So again, it's more of a warning zone. We'll mark both sides, but you have to know it's somewhere within the warning. It's just to tell you there is a wire there. It doesn't tell you the exact location of the wire. And of course, the magnet doesn't indicate any hazard of a wire in any fashion. Okay, let's zoom in on the laser, which is the exact center of the wire. You can see which ones predicted exactly where it would be and which ones warned early. Since early warning is important to avoid drilling into a wire, here's the results for most accurate warnings. Alright, here's the final results. The Zircon M1 did the best. It was the most accurate overall and the easiest to read, followed by the TH510 from Amazon. And for the price, a magnet is never a bad thing to keep around, as long as you know its shortcomings and limitations, as it's more of a screw finder than a stud finder. Both the Franklin and Ryobi came last. Any detector that indicates pipes or wires the same as a stud is a dangerous deal breaker in my opinion. The last thing anyone wants is to think they're drilling into a stud and hit a wire or water line. Even though they all found the center fine, some just function better than others. Thanks for watching.